The first step to follow is, once the sample has been obtained as shown here, it is covered with plastic or rubber, in this case a plastic bag, so that it is not contaminated by external agents and retains its humidity. This is also so that its properties do not change. The next step is to take the metal cylinder container and weigh it without adding anything to it. In this case it will be placed on the scale and has a weight of 2.46 kilograms. Next, the concrete paste is mixed to create uniformity in the paste. Next, all the instruments required for the rotting process are moistened. The utility scoop, the rod, the cylindrical mold, and finally, the screeding plate. The concrete is placed in 3 layers of approximately equal volume. Each layer is compacted by rodding with 25 strokes of the compacting rod evenly over the cross-section with the rounded end of the rod. Compact by rodding the bottom layer through its entire thickness. When compacting this layer, be careful not to damage the bottom of the measure. After each layer is compacted by rodding, pound the side of the measure from 10 to 15 times with the appropriate mallet with a force such that to close the voids left by the compacting rod and to release all air bubbles that may have been trapped. For each top layer, allow the rod to go through the layer you are compacting and into the layer below by approximately 25 millimeters. In the last layer, make sure to fill the cylindrical mold completely. If necessary, pause the rodding, add more concrete to the cylindrical mold and continue with the rodding. After compaction, screed the top face of the concrete and finish it smooth using a flat screed plate to achieve a complete and level fill. Screed the measure by pressing the screeding plate on the top surface of the measure, covering the 2/3 of the surface by withdrawing the plate with a sharp movement, only finishing the area originally covered. Then place the plate on the top face of the measurement covering the original 2/3 of the surface and advance the plate with a vertical pressure and a closing movement so as to cover the complete surface of the entire surface of the measurement, and continue to advance it until it has slid completely over the measurement. Tilt the coating and apply a few final strokes with the edge of the coating to produce a smooth finished surface. After screeding, clean all excess concrete from the inside of the measurement. Determine the mass of the concrete and measure with consistent accuracy. Calculate the net mass of the concrete by subtracting the mass of the container (MR) from the mass of the container filled with concrete (MC), thus obtaining that the net mass of the concrete is 16.03 kilograms. To calculate the density kg/m3, divide the net mass of the concrete by the volume of the container, Vr. In this case we obtained that the density or unit mass of the concrete tested is 2,290 kilograms per cubic meter.